So last night, that's where we slept. We spent the night in a traditional Navajo hogan, which is pretty interesting. And if you want to see that, go check out my last video. But it is now just about 9 in the morning. Sun just came up over that ridge about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And I think it's time to head out of here. Got some breakfast cooking on the stove. Some of my leftover rice pudding from last night. Doesn't look too appetizing, but it does taste pretty good. It's also freezing cold outside. If you guys are new here, my name is Ryan. I live in the back of my self-converted camper van, where we are right now. I gave it up for the night last night to sleep in that hogan, but tonight we're back on the road. Or I guess today, after I have my breakfast. Also, I found out this morning that my drawer got honey spilled into its slides down here, so it's like, see it dripping right here. It's like impossible to open now because instead of having lube on the slides, it has honey. But I tried to get it up as much as I could. It'll come out eventually. There it is. Get some fresh raisins in there. There we go. Breakfast. I gotta change out of this hoodie because it's got stains on it now from last night. You guys watched my last video. You know that I just came from Flagstaff, which is about an hour west of here, and there was about 18 inches of snow on the ground. And I completely forgot while I was up there, which is actually the only reason I drove through Flagstaff, is because I have a package there waiting for me, and I completely forgot to get it. So before we do anything, we gotta go pick up that package. And I always get a lot of people asking me how I get packages on the road, so I figured I'd just show you. First, we gotta finish breakfast. Let's get out of here. Ugh. All right, back up into the snow. We go once more. All right, we've made it. This is what 2,000 feet of elevation difference means. 18 inches of snow versus 0 where we started out the day. It's pretty crazy, honestly. This person really did not clean off the top of their car, which is kind of dangerous. Let's go see if my package is there. Anytime I come to pick up a package when I'm on the road, it's always up in the air whether they're actually gonna have it or not. I always run into issues when I go to pick something up. How's it going? Just picking up a package, general delivery. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Have a good one. Package acquired. So there you go. When it works, it's super easy. The only thing you have to do is you got to look up online whether the post office that you're shipping it to accepts something called general delivery. And if they do, which will have it listed on the website, on the package's address, you put the post office's address, and then above your name, you put general delivery. And that way the post office knows when they get the package, they will hold it up to 30 days under your name. So when you get in there, you just show them your ID, bring out your package, and you're good to go. The only thing that's kind of difficult about it is the logistics, because it takes like 5 to 7 days to ship something. So I got to know where I'm going to be and when I'm going to be there 5 to 7 days in advance. So it's a little bit more difficult when you're on the move a lot, but usually I can get it to work out. I know generally where I'm going to be in 5 to 7 days. But now that we've got that done, let's get out of here and find a campsite out of the snow for the night. So we've made it to Page, Arizona, which is kind of near where I'm hoping to camp tonight, out on this beach on Lake Powell. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to though. It kind of depends on the sand and how loose it is and what it looks like down there, but I'm gonna stop in town and grab something to eat real quick before we head out there. I'm really craving a Navajo taco, so I think I'm gonna hit up this place. I looked them up online and apparently they have them. Slackers, quality grub. Can I just do a Navajo taco and chili cheese fries? There we go. A real Navajo taco and the largest plate of chili cheese fries I've ever seen in my life. No way I'm gonna be able to finish this. Pretty good though. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I made one of these Navajo tacos in my van. And I've been dying to try one since. I think when I made mine, I made the fry bread a little bit too crispy, because this bread is a lot more fluffy than mine was. Pretty good. That was way too much food. Take some of it to go. So this place that we're going to camp tonight is called Lone Rock Beach, but it is also supposed to be absolutely freezing cold again tonight. So before we head out to our spot tonight, I have got to fill my diesel heater up and my gas tank because I'm on E. So typically with this diesel heater, I can get about 3 to 4 days of good heat in the van before I have to refill it and top it off, which is pretty good. So I could be, if I really wanted to, off-grid for 4 or 5 days, and honestly for a few weeks if I brought a 5-gallon tank and stuck it in the back and filled it with diesel. Because this little, I don't even know how many liters this is, 5 liters something, just doesn't hold a lot. And if I could hold a little bit more, I could stay out for longer. But typically I'm somewhere where I can get gas at least once every 2 days, and I've been using this thing for 4 days. Last night I didn't use it, but it's still not even empty yet. These diesel pumps, it comes out so fast. It's used to filling such large tanks. I gotta be careful while I'm filling this. I always wonder what people think when they see me open my engine bay and put diesel in it. And we're off. So I don't know what is up with the weather out here today, but so many of these just singular clouds hissing down with nothing else around. Just that one cloud. I drove through like 2 or 3 of them on the way here. It's so odd. This weather really is so strange. Like there's one cloud over there raining, blue skies, and then there's a cloud over there where it's raining. / snowing, honestly. Weather like this never happens on the East Coast. I only ever see it when I'm out west. We made it to Utah. So it is a Saturday, which I always try to avoid camping in popular areas on Saturdays. But since it's winter time, I'm hoping it won't be too crowded down here. How's it going?
Good.
Camping, is it?
Camping is $14 a night.
Okay.
If you have a national park pass.
Thank you very much. So it does not look like there are really any people here. So that's really nice. Hopefully it doesn't get too sandy and I don't get stuck. But if you guys can't see already why this place is called Lone Rock, it is because of that lone rock in the middle of the lake. I do kind of want to get down onto the beach though. I don't know the best way to do that. Oh, right there. Look at that, there is nobody here. Every picture I've ever seen of this place has had like hundreds of people all camped out on this beach. So that's pretty cool. So I think theoretically I could go down there where that van is, but I honestly kind of like the view up here better. Not a bad spot. Wow. I mean, look at this. Canyons, snowy mountains, whatever this is, all at the same view spot. I'll walk down here real quick. Yeah, the sand definitely gets a little bit softer down here. Honestly, I think I'd still make it. Not worth it for me because I like up there better anyways, and it's freezing, so I can't even swim in the water, but I do think I can make it nonetheless. So quiet out here too, other than my footsteps. It'd be cool to kayak out there. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but there is a little tiny beach right off of Lone Rock. It'd be cool to kayak out there and camp on the sand. But yeah, that's why they call it Lone Rock. It's beautiful out here. So this area that we're in is actually called, I don't know if I'm in it right now or if I think I'm right on the bottom of it. I think the bottom of it might be the Grand Canyon, but it's called the Grand Escalante National Staircase or something like that. And basically, if you were a giant and you were standing here looking down at this whole area, those cliffs over there, all of this stuff, down into Glen Canyon, it would look like a series of staircase steps down over cliffs from a super high elevation where you can see those snow peaks off in the distance. You can't see them down here. Down to pretty much where we are right now. But yeah, this is one of the first times in a while I've paid for a campsite while living in the van, but I've seen this place in so many videos and people's pictures that I figured I might as well. I'm here. There's really not a better option in the area other than the typical BLM campsite, at least within a distance that I want to drive today, which isn't very far. It is kind of a hike getting back up here though. It's actually kind of warm out right now too. It's supposed to get colder though as the sun sets. But before I do anything else, say goodbye to these dishes. There we go, sparkling clean. Tidied up the van a little bit, but I've been on the road for quite a while on this road trip, and for the past like 4 or 5 days I haven't had anywhere that I can shower. Typically I shower at Planet Fitnesses, but between the snow and just kind of being in the middle of nowhere, there haven't been many opportunities to drive past a Planet Fitness, so I haven't showered in like 4 or 5 days. And I also haven't used my van shower in a long time, so I figured it took a lot of thought and creative building to get this in here. Might as well use it every once in a while. What better time than right now? And while I was doing my dishes, I did my dishes with cold water, and I thought about doing them with hot water, but I'd rather do my dishes with cold water and then shower with hot water than do my dishes with hot water and shower with cold water. So I turned my water heater on while I was washing. Should be completely heated up. I got 5 gallons of hot water, which is usually more than enough for a full shower for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and close the door. Just in case someone walks by. So for those of you who don't know, I have a drain in my floor right here. It's usually covered with a mat. And this cabinet pulls out. And then this is my shower curtain, which I've shown this before, so if you watch my channel, you already know this. But it's just kind of jimmy rigged together with PEX tubing and Shark Bite connectors. And it slides in and out so that I can expand it when I hang it up to give me a little bit more room standing in the shower. And I think it might be time to change the shower curtain too. Getting a little old. There we go. Enter the shower here. Drain matches up down there. Water flows out and down, but it's definitely not perfect, and water definitely leaks onto the floor. But I've waterproofed that area as much as I can. I don't use it a lot, so I don't really care. It's gonna feel so good to shower though. And then my entry mat doubles as a kind of shower mat that I put down right there. So when I hop out, I don't splash as much water everywhere. And then my shower head, because I got lazy and I didn't feel like making more pipes for a dedicated shower head port, just screws right into my faucet right here with this 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch male nipple. And I have controls on the shower head to turn it on and off, so I can just turn the sink on here. And then when I'm in the shower, control turning it on and off. And I just hang it over like that. Now we're ready to shower. It's definitely not the most amount of space in here though, but it's good enough. Ooh, it's not hot yet. Oh, there we go. Now it's nice and warm. Let's get clean. I also like to do it in bursts. Like I never hold the shower on for too long to not overwhelm the drain with too much water. Woo, feels so good. Water is so nice and warm. There we go, all clean. So in the summer times, typically I'll turn my fans on to dry it out and leave the door open, but it's kind of cold, so I don't want to turn my fans on. Just let it air dry with the door open. This exact scenario is exactly why I built my shower like this, because I knew, one, I didn't want it to take up a bunch of room in the van, because I know myself, I know how lazy I am. I barely ever do my dishes. There's no way I'm gonna set this up. And I knew I wasn't gonna use it a lot, so I didn't want it to take up a lot of space in the van, but I still want to have the option to be able to shower in places like this where I have to go a few days without a shower and there's nothing around. It's nice to be able to have this option available, but I definitely do not use it often because it is a pain to set it up, get it all hooked up, heat the water, dry it out, take it all down. It's not the most relaxing experience ever, but it is very refreshing. People walking by, waving at me. It does suck when I'm drying it out though, because I can't go out that door. So I've got to make my way up through the front. So nice out. Now that it's clear. There's another one of those clouds over there that's just spitting in one spot. Ooh. Salty roads did a number on cleanliness. Maybe I'll take the e-bike out tomorrow morning too. Ride around. It is nice to be out of the freezing cold temperatures though. Still a little bit cold out, but not as cold as it's been. Oh. You know, I haven't been to a lot of other countries. I've been to a couple, but I just can't imagine any other country, any other place in the world having as much diversity in their landscape. I mean, America, I have been almost everywhere in America, and just the amount of different types of landscapes that are in this country is just breathtaking. This looks like a different planet. Genuinely. Full 360 all the way around. Spectacular views. Kind of want to climb that rock. I also think this place does have bathrooms. There's a bunch of, at least what look like bathrooms, lined all the way down this beach. I don't know. Ooh, it's getting kind of windy out. I guess that's kind of good though for drying out the shower. This thing does dry out pretty quick though, so it's not really that big of a deal ever. But I think while I wait for that to dry out and to cook some dinner, I haven't played Xbox in a long time, so I'm gonna log in and play. That was fun. Pretty much just spent an hour editing my base in Pal World, but it's relaxing to play video games every once in a while. My shower is mostly dry. Still a little bit of water left in the bottom here, but not too much. I need to put this bad boy away. I also turned my heater on because it is freezing cold outside now. Oh, nice. The floor is completely dry. We didn't have any leaking. Awesome. That's really good. I think I'm gonna leave this out for right now and let the bottom just finish drying out. I really don't like putting it away wet. It really kind of worries me with like mold or whatever, so I always like to completely let it dry out before I put it away. Which is another reason why I don't like using it, because it takes a while. I think I need to get a different shower curtain. It like absorbs the water, but it's the only one I could find that I could fit in there that collapsed well enough, like kind of like cloth-like, because the plastic ones, they didn't work. I just gotta make sure to drain this out too. I think I'm gonna keep it pretty simple for dinner tonight. I've been cooking a lot, just did dishes, so not really feeling making a bunch. And last night in the Hogan, we made a bunch of chili. So we're gonna have reheated chili and reheated chili fries actually for dinner. Actually, this isn't chili, this is stew, beef stew. So we're having beef stew and chili fries. I'll get one more meal out of this. Also running out of paper towels. Only like 2 left. Add a little bit more broth in there too. I also kind of feel like a witch when I make it. It's like my witch's brew. These pots and pans with the detachable handles. Best investment I ever made. They're so nice because you can pop this off, throw it in the oven, have it back on, move it around. They store, super compact. The perfect van life cooking utensil. I'm just throwing the fries in there. I will say though, one of the big major drawbacks, or I guess honestly kind of a benefit of a van, is that I don't have a microwave. I definitely have the power for a microwave. It just was kind of never really in the plan. And microwaves are kind of big, and there's obviously not a spot for it, so I would have to do some major renovations to build a, actually not really that major, but I'd have to do some renovations in order to fit a microwave in here, which I might eventually do. But not having a microwave to reheat things makes stuff a little bit more difficult, but also I don't eat any microwave meals. Dinner is done, and honestly, these chili cheese fries were mostly beans. There wasn't really much left to snack on, but I have got the heater going. Nice and toasty in here. Might be 30 degrees outside, but it is a toasty 70 in here. I think it's time for bed. We got up at the butt crack of dawn before the sun came up. So I will see you guys in the morning. Morning. Slept like an absolute baby last night. Between my heater, keeping me nice and warm, and the fact that it was dead silent with nobody around, made for a pretty good night's sleep last night. Making myself a little egg semi-breakfast. Hoping I can keep one of these yolks running. One is already broken. Let's see. Oh, nice. Oh, and we got the runny yolk. Beautiful looking breakfast sandwich. Did it with some mayonnaise, some ketchup, A little bit of salt, and we're golden. So I think after today, once we get out of here from our beautiful spot at Lone Rock Beach, I'm gonna be heading up north for a little bit longer, and then hooking it back out Blesto, California. Checking out a bunch of stops along the way, but I think that is it for this video. Pretty average day living in a van. We didn't really do anything special, more so than I normally do. But if you made it this far, I truly appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, think about clicking that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And I will catch you guys next time.